Alright guys, here we are. Sorry I haven't posted a video for a while. Whatever work I do, I want to get it done fast in this cold weather before my hands start getting all worn down. I did get a few things done. I took the choke plate on the carburetor off because it turns out that all my test drives that I've been doing were with the choke plate almost all the way closed. So that's not good. I bought a new blower motor and I had to do some extreme rigging there because it wasn't the right one, but it did have the right connector, and it's got a hole in the top. That's what this cloth is for, keep stuff out. So I got heat now. Everything's flowing through, the heater core's fine, and the engine's been running pretty good. It doesn't warm up very well now in this cold weather without the choke. It has a vacuum choke. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cable through the firewall for the choke, just a manual choke like you have on your riding mower. I did a little bit of painting just to make it look a little better. Also found out that what I thought was my hood stick that keeps the hood propped open was actually for the jack. That was kind of funny. I bought all 4 of these tires with the rims for $100, all 4. Everything together. Also bought these mirrors and put those on because the other ones were kind of questionable. Nice wide tires with aluminum rims that I haven't gotten to polishing yet. And I was lucky on the front side that it fit over the locking hubs. Just barely fits. Thought I was going to have to do some extreme die grinding. And I've also I just stripped this down again because the gauges are kind of losing everything, a little bit of everything. The temperature gauge is stuck on cold. That doesn't work at all. The oil pressure is high before you start the thing, and the fuel gauge, you'll have it spilling out on your toes and it'll still be stuck at like quarter tank. So I'm gonna get some gauges in the mail soon. Also a oil pressure sensor because I know that's bad. Also here I've been working on this door. I haven't gotten to the other one because it's got 3 cars parked in here right now, so I really can't. But that one, the armrest, door cover, door interior trim, whatever you want to call it, is just really jacked. It's loose and stuff. All the window seals need to be replaced. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that because, I mean, it's just a small cab. That heater should get this place warmed up pretty quick, even with all those leaks. And then this door, I broke the key off inside of here because it was so seized. It's just the lock, so I ordered from Summit Racing two barrel locks, I think they're called, with the keys, 2 keys, a spare key too. But other than the locks, I think the doors will be fine, but I haven't really dug into that one yet, so I don't know. Also got all the scrap out of the truck. We've been driving it around with the plate off our other truck on it. That works out nice. I'm going to get it registered for classic vehicle plates because it is 1983. I also fixed my vacuum leak by cutting out my own gasket out of intake gasket sheet because it was a universal which had 8 holes in it so that we could use a smaller carburetor, and it was leaking through those middle 4 holes, and that was our vacuum leak. The choke still didn't work after that, so I just kind of gave up on that for now. I'm gonna make it manual. I installed a fuel filter. That's nothing big. And also we've got a full exhaust system now. That, I don't know what this is. I didn't make that part. Well, I did a little bit of welding and stuff for the flange, but it comes down into 2 1/4, which 2 1/4 slides over that, and then it does a bunch of weird stuff right there, which is leak free, and then goes into 2 1/2 inch pipe, or I'm sorry, it's 2 inch, and then it goes into 2 1/4, I believe. It's kind of cocky, but it works. And then I've got this specialty homemade joint right there, that was my first, I don't know what that cut's called on that pipe, the upper one, but it's really hard and you have to get it lined up with that pipe. And then there's a lot of burning through the wells, and then I had to carefully file it out so it could flow better. And up under here, we've got a leak-free transfer case and transmission now. What you're seeing there is just the melting snow, I think, or it's just some more stuff leaking. Pretty typical. And then I need to do the differential and the front axle, whatever that's called. It's still a differential, but it's not a solid axle. I'm still learning what that's called, in between independent and solid. But we've got a new, more powerful starter motor, so I'm pretty much done with burning starter motors out. And then we come down here into this supposedly universal cherry bomb glass pack, which is not universal. You can only put pipes on the outside. I'm sorry, reversible. You cannot put pipes on the inside, only on the outside. It says it's reversible, but it's not. And it's same on both ends. So we just went ahead and changed the pipe we had back here out for 2.5, which fits on there perfectly. And that's my exhaust bracket hanger, because they jacked that up. And then it comes down here into this 45 degree, and then I cut a bunch of slits in this pipe and then welded them in, and it's real nice just to give a better angle, because otherwise it would have been pointing straight back at the tire. And that looks pretty decent. It just needs an exhaust tip, and then that'll be done. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. I still have to fix the left tire parking brake and do the running lights in the back, the lights that should be on when you have the headlights on. It's in the same bulb as the blinker and the brake light. It's just there's not a wire that I read sending power when the headlights are on. Like, I tested them all, and none of them were sending power when the headlight switch was turned on. So I don't even know if maybe somebody took it out. I'm just going to run a wire from the headlight switch up here all the way back to both lights, because the wires for the light bulbs are just dangling down there. Right here, there's a little switch and a whole bunch of stuff going on. But the dash is savable. It's not in too rough of shape. This was actually stuck, but right when I touched the assortment of gauges, this needle dropped right back down. But it works. It just needed to be unstuck. Pretty simple. You can see how they made it to where you can't really wind it back. It's kind of all fixed. You'd have to do a lot of metal working, which you could easily see was done. But the oil pressure gauge works. I tested that, and then the rest I don't even know how to test, because I really haven't tried. I've been thinking about getting a tachometer kit, but still haven't fully decided about that yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to give you guys a video.